Okay. Looks like we're good so far. Last one. Nothing breaking. Nothing crashing. Freaking, why is it always gotta be tech issues? Okay, I think we're good. I think we're fine. Think we're good. Magic words until it crashes again. Okay, I see all the streams up. I think we're good. Now, let's test out the chat. Make sure it actually comes through. Eventually, someday, maybe. Test, test. Cool. Oh, wait, it ignores me. I need someone else to chat. I forgot I told it to ignore my chats. That's fine. It's whatever. As long as we're not actually crashing and I can actually do things this time without it breaking, that would be great. So, welcome back in, or welcome in for the first time. Either or. Hello, hello. Welcome in. How are you? We're going to be starting up some food here shortly. A little bit of technical issues, but we got through that. We're good. We're good. A little bit of food in my beard. Okay. Let's see where we're at. So far, we got all our veggies. I'm going to be doing kind of a poblano southwesty lentil stew. I don't really have a name or an idea for it. I'm just doing to do. So, we're going to start by, let's cut up some of these. So we got peppers, onions, carrots, celery. I need 4 containers. We got an extra one. Gonna need 4 containers. Let's go with small one for celery. Put the onions in this one. Peppers all around. Some carrots. All right. Let's clean up the celery here. Don't want that. Go ahead and pluck off most of these leaves. Saving it all to the side. All the compost gets saved. Okay. Oh, there's one more. I missed one. My bad. Hello, hello. Okay. Looks good. Looks fine. We'll cut that all up. Cut up some celery first. Not doing anything too fancy. I'm just going to chop off these bad bits really quick. Put those in the compost. This is going to break down for the most part. It's soup. We just want little tiny pieces. I don't know if you've ever had celery, but you know, giant chunks of celery in any bite is never like the best flavor in the world. So You know what? Maybe I do need this a little to the side. I'm just going to chop it up like this at first because it'll be easy, and then I can just walk my knife back through it, cut it into smaller pieces. But like I said, it'll break down for the most part as we're cooking, as the soup soups. So I'm not going to be too concerned. Right here, I will cut it in half though because those are getting long. Texture in the end. Red lentils will break down and fall apart and become kind of like a mushy curry, kind of a sauce kind of thing. Whereas green lentils will hold together a little bit better. Yellow lentils will also, I mean, besides all of the flavor differences, which is just ever so slightly difference in earthiness. Yellow lentils are kind of an in-between. Like you'll get some texture with yellow lentils. But yeah, mostly it's texture. So if you want something like, you know, firm to go on top of rice and that kind of stuff, less like a sauce, more like, you know, chopped up grain and that kind of stuff, you go with green. Yellow is kind of an in-between if you want something a little closer to soup. And then red is going to be basically going to break down entirely. I think it's also similar, like plant age, not necessarily different species per se. Okay. Again, start by cutting off anything bad or that you don't want necessarily. They aren't necessarily that bad, but I'm going to find the thickest parts on this, cut them off. Honestly, those are all really thick. Boink. These ones right here, not so much, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to chop it into little chunks. Kind of do what we did last time where we rock it back and forth to get kind of asymmetrical things instead of just coins. These will also break down as we're cooking them though, so really don't matter too much. Got a couple of escapees over here though. Womp. So the idea with this soup, I just kind of took the leftover stuff that I had and I found some cheap proteins. I really need to move this camera up top here because it is way too far in front of me. It's still off the screen in my other camera here. Do that. But yeah, so I found some cheap protein. Ham shank. If you ever had ham hock, it's kind of the same idea, but it's more of the leg. It's a smoked, cured piece of leg meat ham with the bone in still. So I've got that inside simmering over a burner. We're going to simmer that for a while to break down that collagen. Render out some of that fat, get the meat shredding, and get the water to taste like ham. We want a lot of that ham flavor. So that's going to be like the main base, the stock that we cook everything in. But yeah, so we had some poblanos. We had some, we've got some sweet corn, some frozen sweet corn. We had some, as you saw earlier, some jalapenos left over. Ham, corn, poblano. That all screams Southwestern to me. So I'm going to go for like smoky, deep flavors. Some paprika, some cumin, a bit of herb, dried herbs. We got some oregano. We got some bay. Build up the base. Kind of like if this was like split pea soup, but not peas. And more smoky. So generally, I want about as much carrots as I have celery. I'm not going to be perfect on the ratios here, but to build a base for flavor, you want twice as much onion as you do carrots and celery. So the carrot and the celery kind of the same, that kind of trinity. Then whatever that is combined equals how much onion you want. That is the traditional French way of doing it. Every culture has their own trinity of flavors. This is Europe / France's version of that. Some onions, some celery, carrot. Use that as the first ingredient. Use that as the base that you're going to make. Supply most of the flavor. Carry that through. But also supplies a bunch of nutrients. You know, veggies. They're good for you. Okay. So next, I want to move this camera. Now I'm going to think, how is the easiest way I can do that? Because I cannot continue reaching that far to cut up basic stuff. Let me... You don't want to do that now, huh? Why don't you want to do that? Well, now you got to make it all complicated, huh? Okay, thank you. Turn that off. Go over here, turn it off. See if I can't just rotate it 180. That's a bit better. There we go. Move it like 6 inches closer. Okay. Let's go ahead and do onions next. We got, like I said, about equal parts carrots, celery. You got carrots, you got celery. A little more carrot than celery, but that's fine. It's not that big a deal. It's a generalization. Cut off the end of that. Who could possibly be texting me right now? Who wants to say hi? Let's see. Is it anybody important? No, it's the weather app telling me tomorrow's weather. Okay, cool. Awesome. That's helpful. Thank you, random robot. Okay, again with this, I'm just going to chop it. Good thing about soups, you can cut them up. You can make them as rustic or as fine dining as you want. It really don't matter in the end. Most of the stuff breaks down, depending on how long you cook it. I'm not planning to do too crazy much right now. And a little bit of texture ain't too bad, especially in something that's going to break down a lot. So, Rough chop that. That uses up that extra onion that we had. And I've got another onion ready to go. Really does want to go? Stay. Okay. Now, luckily around here we compost our waste. So I've got a little compost bin that I'm saving for all these little scraps off to the side. Then when I'm done, throw some compost, it'll break down. We use it to grow in our garden. And we keep coming back, big old cycle. There's actually a service around here too that takes our yard waste and our food waste and super composts it, and then you can buy it. So it's kind of a supporting the community if we weren't actually composting it ourselves. Or things like, you know, meat and dairy, that kind of stuff, which we can't super compost out here very easily without buying some great equipment that we are, well, that's a lot of money. But vegetable scraps is a different story. Again, rough chop your way through it. If you like bigger pieces, go for bigger pieces. If you like smaller pieces, you already know what to do. We ain't gonna try and be perfect. Don't chop off my fingies, that's for sure. Fingies are good. Also, hey cat. How's it going? I almost put that all into the scrap bucket. Whop. Fingers in soup is not the best. I would avoid it. I'm sure there's some people out there that would disagree, but you know. Wait, you can hear the TTS? Why can you hear the TTS? That's weird. The sound settings. Also, good. Oh, my eyeballs. Oh, just barely. It might be because of the volume of my ear. Oh, I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Oh, my eyeballs are leaking. Good hair. Thank you. Thank you. I wonder why. Huh. Oh, did it not turn on the stupid filter gate thing that it? Yep. Turn on the filter gate thing. Okay, maybe that's why. Yeah, I think it's because the fancy microphone doesn't automatically turn on its little filter gate thing. How's Rancid doing? You know, I only paid like $70. Why would it automatically do that? To set it up every single time I turn it on. That's cool. That's cool. Crazy day. Uh-oh. I'm hoping crazy in a good way, but it's not usually how we say crazy, so, you know. All right, don't choppy off your fingers. I spent so long getting all of the like automations and alerts and stuff set up, so now you guys can hydrate, you guys can do all the commands and all that kind of stuff. Or, well, some of the commands. We are making, I don't know exactly what I'm calling this here, but Penalea sent me a thing for red lentils. I found a ham hock or a ham shank, like the upper part of the foot, the shin. Um, so we got smoked ham, we got red lentils, and then we had a bunch of like scraps. So I'm just kind of throwing it together with peppers and corn to make kind of a soup, like a split pea ham, smoky southwestern soup. But I don't know its name. Lentil ham goodness. Something. Using up a bunch of scraps, that kind of stuff. Oh, now I got onions all over in my nose. Woo! Breathing's hard. Okay, got onions. Peppers is next. My eyes are watering, so I'm going to take a bit of a break. Eat some hot dogs. Oh, it's actually really good. Uh, Not a good topic around food. I can guess a couple directions on that, and considering context, yeah. Dang. It is 22 degrees. It was a high of 42 earlier, but 22 degrees, not too bad. Garage door's barely open this time. Yeah? Oh, damn. Wow. Okay. Now you got me all curious. All right. Actually, this one's probably better to show off. Oh, damn. Wow. What? That's crazy. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have guessed that then. Nope, that wasn't even close to on the radar. Wow. That's something. Dude. I've been over here beating my head against a computer and going to the farm, and you guys are dealing with all that. I'm sorry, bro. It's crazy. Well, I was gonna say, Penalea made these hot dogs here. Has pickles, bacon, and a peanut butter sauce, which is kind of a sweeter, spicy peanut butter sauce. She's obsessed with these, so I figured I'd show them off for you. She really likes these. She's been making these more and more lately. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Chili would be good right now. I'm definitely doing chili this week. Dude, I think I interacted with him yesterday. He was like getting out of his car and stuff, and I was, hey, man. Dude, life is crazy. Life does not hold back. Wow. Wow. Uh huh. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's wow. Wow. Man, now I'm thinking, gotta do the chili this weekend. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure from just imagining possibilities. Dang. Yeah, it hasn't been that long since they've been there. Wow. See, and my excitement of the day was we played with goats. We went to a local farm and Hung out with some goats and some chickens. Bro. Dang, bro. Mm. That reminds me, I don't know if I ever talked about it. After my dad passed, but the lady who was taking care of the body, well, I didn't go specifically to hang out with the chickens, but we did hang out with the chickens, brother. But no, the lady that was taking care of my dad's body and wheeling him out and stuff was like the tiniest little goth girl, and it was wild. 3 a.m. Wow, something big went down then. At least it was an ambulance, I guess. But yeah, the little goth lady always makes me kind of laugh because she was like young woman. So it was probably the same girl. It was probably the same girl, dude. I'm like, my dad was kind of frail especially towards the end. But I'm picturing that little goth girl, like, wow, it must have been the same girl. Like, I can't imagine there's too many mortuary assistants that fit that same description here in this town. Well, when I say goth lady, like, I say goth lady because I don't want to use the descriptor, but she had that specific type of goth that looked like old Victorian doll, or she had like the frilly lace and whatnot, which is like, it was very apt for like being a mortician, but like, it was crazy to see. And she was really tiny. And I'm like, I know I'm a big guy, but like, she was tiny even just for normal people comparison. I don't know. But that'd be wild to imagine the two of them. Well, dang. Also, no, we went to the farm to get local fruit and stuff to make like, well, we ended up making a cobbler. But we were gonna make some kind of like frozen desserts and play with some fruit and then get fruit for the week as well. While we were there, I also, oh, it's inside. I picked up a ghost pepper plant that's like fully grown. They're giving away for $1 ghost pepper plant, so it should be middle towards end of summer. We should have ghost peppers, which is gonna be wild. But yeah, no, we saw chickens because chickens were there. We went to go check out the goats more than anything else because they have like a little petting area for the goats. They all just hang out there, all the young ones. You know, the young ones and the mom, I guess, too. All the kids. Crazy days, right? That's wild. You just never know. Wasn't I just talking about that with Rage yesterday? He was like, I can't believe Oliver Tree passed. It's like, yeah, man, life's fragile. That's wild. I interacted with the dude and we talked about that kind of thing near the dude. I mean, I say talked with the dude, but explained, yeah, exchanged pleasantries, right? Huh? Yeah, yeah, he was. He was just chilling out front. Like he got out of the vehicle and then he was talking, and then we walked back and I saw him. He was just chilling out front. Don't touch my eyes. Don't touch my eyes. Don't touch my eyes. I keep having to tell myself. Yeah. I mean, we could assume all sorts of directions, but yeah, that's probably a likely one. Oh, we let Brownie out. We let our new chicken out with the rest of the flock. She's been chilling out today. She had fun with that. She's finally done with quarantine and she can explore the whole yard rather than be cooped up. She was happy there. These are poblanos. Oh, I saw that. I saw that. I saw like the briefest of. I didn't watch the whole trailer, but I saw like a little clip of the whichever girl just jumping up and then like waving. That was about it. These are poblano peppers. So poblano peppers are usually you want to char them, but they're large and they follow the rule of most chilies. The bigger they are, the less intense they are. So in this case, they're really just kind of a smoky, earthy flavor. They were going to be used for, I don't know what Penele was using them for originally, but she had them in there and I was like, you know what? They go really well with like ham. They're closer to a bell pepper, but they've got kind of a smoky thing to them. And if you fire roast them, get them charred on the outside, and then like let them sit in a paper bag and peel off their skin, they get a really like deep, smoky, yummy flavor. They're not bad like this either. Just treat them like a pepper, really, like a bell pepper, I should say. Sorry, but yeah, on a scale of jalapeno to bell pepper, these are closer to bell pepper. They got a little tiny bit of heat, but not much. It's more about the smoke, the deep earthiness to it. Trying to think, you guys would. This is, I guess, they grow more south because peppers just generally grow closer to the equator. And then also your aversion to peppers makes sense that you wouldn't have them, but these are pretty common around here. Although this is probably about as Hispanic as, our little whitewashed culture will get. The rest of them you're lucky to find, like, unless you go to the right, uh, like Mexican grocery or, little kind of plaza thing. I'm trying to remember the name of the one down here. It's changed so many times too. And you can find all the good stuff. Oh, nice. Less nice. Is it one of those ones that you gotta like let it run for 24 hours before it like charges or whatever? I vaguely remember that, but I don't remember if that's old technology or like still the current recommendation. Like back when we used what is it, Freon. Oh. Okay. I thought you bought the new one and the new one was having troubles. Ah, okay. Bought a new one because the old one was having troubles. That makes sense. Penalea wants a new fridge. Like we've gotten hand-me-down fridges or secondhand fridges more often than not. So Penalea is like jonesing. All right. Last thing. I don't know. What's a new fridge running about these days? I'd say what, ballpark 700? Yeah. Yeah. It's totally an appliance that we need for the house. Yep, I heard you thinking it, babe. I heard you thinking it. Okay. So we're only gonna use about half of this. Oh, that's the wrong button. 1,000? Yeah, sounds about right. All right, so I want to use about a pound of lentils for this. Probably actually go a little bit more than a pound, probably like a pound and a quarter. Yeah, it's basically a PS5 Pro. I know, it's wild to see that. Apparently there's lawsuits being opened about the whole RAM shortage and the super prices on stuff and whatnot. Older style, nice. See, if I really if I had my way, I'd go full industrial, like a kitchen fridge, big old massive monster thing that ain't ever gonna break. But I know Penelope would not be about that. She wants something that looks somewhat kind of okay. Stainless steel, big old rectangular, giant, full size doors. New tile, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, that's another thing too. Like we have this freezer right here that came with the house, and then my father-in-law has like a chest freezer outside. Then I have a mini fridge over here and the inside fridge, which this is about the same size as our inside fridge, a little smaller, but that's good though. More storage. I would hope so at that much more money, you know what I mean? Trying to think. Okay, so we have herbs. I think that's all the cutting. I have all the veggies prepped. Got the lentils. I think that's everything as far as that goes. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this. We need much more than bathroom tiles, but at the finish, yes. We would definitely hit him up. Our there's a leak in our master bathroom before we even moved in, kind of thing. So we would definitely need the finishing, but there would need to be some reconstructive work done underneath it first. All right, I'll be right back. Science experiments, huh? But as part of the remodel, we could get tile, and that would work. We just have to take out a, huge loan on the house and whatnot. Oh, right, because the camera's sideways. This is messing with my brain a little bit. What? Huh? Dee, 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 dee. Hi, little man. What's up? You just want to come say hi? Yeah, there we go. That works. Get all the stuff ready. Okay. So we got ham water working its way in there. Gonna put some spices in a container here. Bit of stock. Sounds worse than it is. Ham water. For sure, for sure. That we would, yeah. Because yeah, it's we've gone through a couple like big name places before, and it was a headache. At one point, this contractor who I was at home with the baby, they had to do a whole kitchen floor remodel because our the water line on the fridge. Speaking of, Kat, do you have a water like in fridge water system? The water line on our fridge just started leaking, and we had no idea, and it flooded the whole kitchen. So they had to do a complete remodel, reconstruction, the whole 9 yards. We had them take advantage of it, and why we have. I'm gonna go get some new one or the old one. Anyways, we had them do some extra work while they were there. Good call, good call. But anyways, the guy took the line, the water line that went from underneath the house, and was just a little plastic tube. I watched him. I was like, no, we don't need that. We're not going to use that. He folded the tip, like the first 3 inches in half, wrapped it in tape, and shoved it down underneath the floorboards completely. And that's all he did with it. And they tried to charge us like $500 to dispose of the water line. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, come on, bro. All right. I need to get cumin. Hey, Benalea, you want to get some cumin instead of this stuff? Because this one's not open and we have a big old one up top. You want to throw it at my face? Yeah, garage is a little different though, because we got to like make a floor, insulate, secure, build a wall. Like that's a lot. That's a lot. Safety standards and all that. I'm gonna eat the rest of my dinner. This guy, that's our attic access. So, storage, insulation up into the attic and that kind of stuff. You can see the ladder. Just for storing stuff. Good idea. No, there's not much in there. Oh, never mind. Thank you. I'll keep it. You okay? Good. Yes, we do. Actually, right now we have in this on the other side of this storage area in the actual house, we have like 4 or 5 totes. They're about as wide as this is. That way we take camping and stuff. Oh, yeah, no, we don't put too much up there. Mostly just holiday stuff. So we've got Halloween boxes, we got Christmas boxes, and we got our camping stuff. Stuff that we only use like once or twice a year. We put that up there because, well, we only use it once or twice a year. No, we live in much too wet of an environment to have a basement. Technically, we're in a flood zone. Where we live, we have to pay flood insurance just in case, kind of thing. But yeah, no, if we it would, yeah, it'd be a lot of to do. I think you technically could, but it has to be like one of those like super sealed basements where they go underground and they dig it all out, and it'd be complicated. Mm, yep. Now, I don't know that I've ever known anybody here to have a basement specifically, just because of how wet it gets. Yeah, we're more of a build up or build out, not build down. Exactly. We'll just ride the house in the attic. It'll be Wizard of Oz style. Just Dorothy that shit. All right. Oh, that was a jalapeno. Picked up what I thought was a crumb from the bread, and no, it was a jalapeno seed. TTS had a wild time with that. It added like 3 words in between "my pretty" and "I'll get you, my pretty, if I saw a facade was and your little dog too." What? Okay, how long has it been? About an hour. Ronan. Oh my goodness. So I asked him a while ago, like 2 weeks ago, to let me know about his monitor. Just take a picture of the information on the back of the monitor and send it to me. And he just sent me the picture of the graphics card information about it. Yeah, it's basically a bean and ham soup kind of thing. I'm gonna go get some. I've had for about an hour a ham shank, which is just a bone-in smoked piece of ham, basically the leg. I've had that boiling and simmering in a pot inside to kind of make a broth. We're gonna go grab that. We'll finish boiling it out here, and then we'll throw everything together to make a big old soup. Mostly to use up these. Ah, the camera's all wonky. There we go. Red lentils. Pretty much a complete protein. Just needs a couple of things, which you can get from like eggs or meat to fully fill it out. It's missing like 2 specific amino acids, but anyways, pretty much a complete protein. If you wanted, you could omit the ham entirely from what I'm making. Just use like vegetable stock, chicken stock, whatever you got, and then put everything together again, anyways, and then call that just your soup without ham. And it would basically be all the nutrients you need. Only like, this is like $1.50, only like $5, $6 at most. The ham itself was like $3, so not too much to make. I'm gonna go get the ham, set up something to boil stuff, and then we'll make some food. Whoop. Get it. Bub? Oh, burb. Okay. So, smoky ham bits. I'm gonna get down my burner. Okay. All right. So this has got to boil enough to get that ham basically completely fall off the bone, be shred up a bowl, or else you're gonna have a big old turkey leg style chewy bit of ham. Not exactly good for soup. Flavor will be good, but that's not what we're looking for. Yeah. Yes, it is. That's that guy right there. You can't even see it. But yes, ham bone. There we go. That's just been boiling away in there for about an hour now, give or take. That's going to supply all the flavor. I mean, basically. Ham hocks with lentils. I got actual like hocks in here in the fridge, but this was like $3 for this whole thing, and I was like, that's cheaper and a lot more meat, so we're gonna go with that. Same flavor, same idea, more bone. Who doesn't like more bone, you know? That's the thing that was in my fridge. Yep. Stop steaming everything up. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and toss in some of these. Yeah, we're gonna toss in all these. So I had, whoop, some bay leaves. I got like 4 to 5, and a couple tablespoons of dried oregano that we got from our garden. I'm gonna toss these in there to help flavor the broth there while it sits here and boils. This is probably the longest part, which is why I said again, totally optional. Just throw these all together. This, just gonna chuck these in and let them boil. They're super tiny, super little thin, like almost like a bead. Can't even see that. There we go. Little tiny bead of a thing. Those are gonna take like half an hour at most boiling. So we're just gonna, get this mostly done, toss in our big veggies, let those break down a lot, then finish it by tossing in the lentils and flavoring and seasoning and that kind of stuff. Really not hard. If I really wanted to, I could take this liquid out. I probably will sear all of these veggies and that kind of stuff. We got the time. Why not? Well, sear off all the veggies and then we'll go, there we go. I want to simmer that, not boil that. I forgot. Get all the flavor worked out of them. This is going to be a big, like, for the rest of the week meal prep kind of thing for wifey, so be good. I made some Cajun, I think. I don't remember. I made some Cajun lentils at some point, I think. She ate them. I don't remember. They're good. You know what? Penalty asked. Let's look. Lentils, green. Why are they green or yellow or red? Is it just an age thing? Oh yeah, no. Even more. Red lentils is only going to take like 20 minutes max. No. Yep, quiet and still. I was looking up the difference between the lentils. I was right. It's literally just a texture difference and then a nutritional difference as well. The red ones are going to be creamy and break down. The yellow ones, like I said at the beginning, yellow ones are going to be kind of in between. Green's going to be good to like boil and put on top of like salads, make into like a pasta, well, lentils, pasta. Boop a doop boop boop. Okay, I'm gonna sit down because standing here doing nothing is just standing, and I don't need to do that for no reason. Okay, that's better. Oh, now I wonder. I think it would probably use up all the power that I have out here, but I wonder if I could make that drink for Penalea. Probably really like that. There's a tea that I've been making or that I've had made ready to blend up, but I think Penalea is outside. Hey, Penalea, if you're inside, if you could bring me out those lemons, I'll chop them up and we can make that either now or after stream. I don't know if I've got the power to do it now, but I'll get it all prepped and ready. So all you have to do is meh. That's one of those it's not grass is greener. There's a saying about that, I'm sure. Where you notice the things where everybody else doesn't even have the time to think about it kind of thing. Because yeah, I'm sure no one actually notices it. Or if they notice it, sorry, I muted that. It's not nearly as big of a deal to them for sure. But you notice it every time. I don't think Penalea heard me. Go with about a tablespoon of cumin and a paprika. I mean, yeah, we're like halfway there, bro. It's crazy to think about. Also, one of those things that I don't want to think about, but it happens. I was just thinking, I have had just as much time out of school as I did after I graduated school. $62. No, 29 plus 29 is only, what, 58? I said about. About. And if I didn't, I meant to say about. We're getting close. Meanwhile, my teenagers are like both getting to that age of moving out of the house. The other one just started his job today, his first job. And then we still got kids that just graduated kindergarten. So, like, time's weird. Time's weird. You never know. Your neighbor dies. Just never know. Uh, that would be, yeah, I was 20, 17 this year, and I'll be 37 this year. 19 to 20, somewhere in there. I mean, she's 6 months, literally April, October. So it smells like ham. Gee, I wonder why. It's all I can smell now is just ham. Everything reminds me of him. I lied. I can also smell the oregano. Yeah, I don't know that it's a weird feeling because I definitely noticed time passing, but yeah, it's wild to imagine. But like I said, I have had just as much time, basically, equal parts, twice her age and all that. It's so weird, like thinking about because recently the middle school that I went to closed down and is no longer going to be a middle school. Like at the start of this summer. So like my sister was getting yearbooks and stuff and old merchandise of theirs and that kind of stuff that they aren't gonna need anymore. Just in case I didn't have them or if I wanted them for memories and that kind of stuff. It's just wild to think that it's been that long that the middle school I went to, which was established for a long time prior to me going, is just now not a middle school. The things that I did and the experiences I had are of a place that no longer exists. Life is crazy. Buzz off, fly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, it's even wild to me, like getting pictures that are like, "Oh, hey, this is from like 10 years ago." It's like, what? Like, not even FB memories or whatever. This guy's taking a lot longer to boil than I would hoped. Maybe we take this back inside and then we make some lemonade stuff. We can finish this when it comes back. Let's do that. Let's pivot and do something fun while we wait for the ham to ham. Okay. Also, I don't know how loud a blender is going to be in this microphone, so we'll find out the fun way. TTS just did you dirty. Oh my god, that was bad. TTS decided to put the pause between me and Twitch. So me listening to that was a little confusing. I don't remember the ratios on this, but we're gonna do some fun stuff. Okay. I probably have a thing somewhere. Where was that? That was one of those platforms she sent it to me on. Don't come for me, Twitch. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's the lady with the. Yeah, there we go. The bandana thing. All right, and she doesn't have a recipe. God damn it! Why is that always the case? I think I grabbed the recipe and screenshotted it, so I don't have to do this. No. No. Aha! There we go. 1 lemon cut into chunks for every 16 ounces of tea. What? I mean, valid. Like, I can't say that I've ever actually like had a full drink at any point in my life. Bro, what? 1 lemon for 16 ounces? That's like what I've got. But we've got like 12 lemons. I think she bought 5 lemons. Dang it, bro. I'm gonna have to make a whole bunch more of this. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I've had like my mom used to leave out like her drink of whatever it was and disguised in a Sprite bottle and I kind of thing. But that's as far as that went. Well, do we have juice? Yeah, 100% calling her out. 100% calling her out. All right, if everything explodes, I apologize. Okay? I'm trying not to make everything explode. Keyword, trying. So this thing holds enough to double this recipe. Half of this juice plus half tea. Oh, I was saying how my mom used to have, drinks in like Sprite bottles or whatever. No, yeah. Not you. Yeah, not Penalea. Mi madre. I don't know that this recipe is okay. I mean, I guess we're gonna wing it. Did I make more than I thought I did? Oh, I did make more than I thought I did. I did double this recipe. We don't need this. What? Oh, good. That's one if the kids juice. What? What? Could you bring me the honey and the olive oil? Finalea. So this is supposed to be a mocktail, by the by. But yes, this is supposed to be a mocktail. This is a cherry hibiscus lemonade thing, but they say to cut the whole lemon, whites and rind and all, even the peel. It specifically says the whole thing, even the peel, to plop it in there. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, yeah. I forgot it's like solid. It says a glug, so probably. I will need a spoon, though. I can't honey this honey. It's all crystallized. Like, I'm sorry. It's all crystallized. Straight up crystallized honey. Okay. I wonder if it wants me to leave the seed. Man, screw it. I don't care. Doesn't want the seeds, they would have said something. Hello. Evil Kitty says hello. Oh, she's probably very mad at you. I just wanted to escape. You say hello here. I'll put you up here. Cat in a blender. Cat in a blender. Cat in a blender. You say bye. You shouldn't be out here right now. She calmed herself down. She saw that the garage was open and was like, yeah! So Pinalea grabbed her. She's like, she's probably mad at me. Yeah. Lemon, lemon, lemon. Okay. So I've got two entire lemons, peel and all. Random lady online. Like, I know this is gonna be bitter, but like, I don't know that I like bitter that much. Whatever. So two entire lemons in their natural habitat. Not it, but whatever. This right here is hibiscus tea, Jamaica, for those in the know. It's not sweetened in any way. So it's just dried hibiscus flowers. I soaked it overnight. Cold brew. Tried to not use heat so as not to bring out the bitter. That's why I was gonna use that cranberry juice. Because it's gonna have that bitter profile all the way around. Okay. Then it wants 2 tablespoons of honey, or, well, it individually called for 3 teaspoons. But if you know, that's 1 tablespoon. Don't know why they called it like that. That's probably closer to 3, but you know what? I don't like bitter, so. Come on. Sticky ass honey. Give me that lemon. Golly, dude. Oh, there we go. Okay. A glug of olive oil, which is weird, but it adds a creaminess. 2 glugs because we're doubling it. And then 2 cups of cherries. Luckily, these are 2 cups. Easy measurement. No stones, right? Same nutritional value. No added sugar. Frozen, ripe, perishable, ready to use. Bro, are they pitted? You never know. You never know. Let's hope not. Okay. Some of them are deformed. Yeah. Pits, stones, stone fruits. No, but they're about same texture as rocks. We'll do the same thing to the blender. All right. Okay, cool. Then just blend that up, and apparently it's going to be good, according to some random lady online. So, be prepared for noise, and I'm sorry. All right, cool. Nothing exploded. Hopefully that noise wasn't too bad. I think it was weird, the whole lemon thing. I think that's weird. Oh, sweet. Counted that as background noise. All right. Yeah. Now, whichever Joker thought that was a good idea. Storing this sideways is a joke. Okay. Perfect. Good to know for the future. We can blend stuff and it's not going to destroy the audio. Meanwhile, earlier, without it on, you could hear my heads, my earbuds. Okay. So it was about half a container of ice. I mean, to be fair, the ice was right next to the microphone, but you know. Okay. So I got these little round ice cubes. If I can get it on camera, there we go. That does not look anything like what she did. Do I have a straw? Hmm. Yeah, let's use that spoon from earlier. That doesn't look anything like the video. That looks strange. I'm pretty sure the video, it was translucent. It was more translucent than not, that's for sure. I guess maybe there must have been some time passed for it to, like, thaw out a bit. Well, whatever. Yep, she even does it in the video. I just rewatched the video to see. You want to come, grab yours / the kids? Nope, not strange. She poured it right from the thing. It wasn't translucent rewatching it, but it was more translucent than this, so. I don't know. You want to bring me a straw and come grab these? We'll try them together. My hands are full. My hands full. My face is red. There's you. Yep. Got it? Got it. Watch your cats. Yeah, right. All right. Straw. Now, what I'm expecting for this is extremely bitter and very cold. Find out. Wow. It's not bad bitter, but it's like a lemonade with not enough sugar, that's for sure. This is supposed to be a mocktail? The bitter notes don't come through nearly as much as I thought they would. It really just tastes like a lot of lemon. The chunks is weird. The chunks is really weird. Yeah, no. Seeds, rinds, everything. She doesn't put it anywhere in the recipe, but in the video it says in a very small little part in the middle, strain it all into a big glass. I'm not watching with audio on, so she might have just said pour it, but it said strain. I swear to God. Why include the things if you're gonna strain them out? Okay, whatever. So strain it next time. It's like a smoothie. It's like a lemon smoothie is all it tastes like. Like, yeah, you can barely taste the cherry, or the hibiscus. All I taste is lemon. It reminds me of the that viral lemonade that they made, the creamy, like lime cream South American kind of like lemonade thing they do there. Reminds me of that, but not nearly as sweet, which is saying something because that wasn't super sweet either. Okay, well, I would say probably 5. Now we'll go with the 6. I'm still gonna drink it. It's odd. The fact that I had to strain it makes so much more sense, and I would totally do so, but I'm just not gonna care. Hopefully, Penelea heard that and can strain it herself. We'll see though. I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff up. Not as much as I would think. No, like it doesn't have that bitter. It's sitting there like on the very back of my tongue right here is all I can taste, and it's just ever so slightly. It was the same with the limeade, the lemonade that they had, or that viral lemonade. If you let it sit overnight, that pithy, hyper bitter, metallic flavor really came out. But if you drank it immediately, no, not at all. Yeah, no. I would say just a little bit more sugar and it'd be like a kind of a nice cherry lemonade thing. Definitely strain it, even though the recipe didn't say that. Just dumb. But yeah, I'm gonna go put these up and we'll be back. I'm gonna check on the ham. Yep, can confirm. They strained it in there, and as the youngest girl said, doesn't really make a difference besides the chunks. I think she followed it up with a yuck. I don't know. I ain't mad at it. Except for the fact that the chunks make it so I can't drink through the straw. Although that could be the ice. Go away, fly. Okay. Luckily, I bought like 2 pounds of hibiscus flowers. So we'll be able to make plenty more of that. What is leaking? Oh, that got dipped in my Sandy bucket. I'm like, what is dripping water all over me? At least it's sanitary water. Which could be a weird word combination if you don't know what I'm referencing there. Sandy bucket. Just a little bucket of bleach water. For cleaning up messes and that kind of stuff. It's literally just, well, that's a half, but that's a gallon-sized bucket. You take one lid full of bleach, dump it in there, fill it up with a gallon of room temperature water. You got sanitizer fluid to wipe everything down and that kind of stuff with. Heck of a lot cheaper than buying a bunch of sandy wipes and, less to deal with. Not a sponsor. Go away. I hate this thing. I absolutely loathe this thing. It does not heat properly, so they are not a sponsor. You can hit up my editor if you think you got something better, but not a sponsor. Man, I really wanted something more from that. I really did. Okay. Let's go get the ham. Hopefully we can break it down in smaller chunks and go from there. None of this is metal. The emoji made TTS say ice twice. So it's ice ice. But the fancy ice is really cool. I do like that. But we'll try some other drinks, some better drinks. That makes sense. Not good lemonade. Rifle Badoo says that it tastes like lemonade, but when he imagines it, not good. When I imagine it, not good. Okay. Hot, 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 hot. Okay. It's starting to come apart. Yeah, we could probably call that good. Actually get on to some cooking here. Hot. Hot. I'm sorry, the game team? What does that mean? Game team? Same team. They end up going to the same team? That makes sense. Identical twins on the same team. Okay, okay, good. I was like, game team? Are there teams that aren't on games? This is the team that we just keep to look cool. I need something to store this liquid in. I can then pour back out. I need a big ass bowl. That's what I need. I just need a big ass bowl. I'll be right back. No cats? No cats. Yeah, good. No cats. Okay. No cats trying to eat me. Or more specifically, no cats trying to escape. But nonetheless, either or. All this yummy, hammy liquid. Baby sharks. Dang. How much does he weigh? Or like, is he just like a big old dude? Or is he just tall and skinny kind of thing? Or fit? Yeah. 7 foot tall. It's like, I don't know if you watch Good Mythical Morning at all, but that's like, oh, dang. Okay. But yeah, they're both huge as well. GMM. Someone who's been above average height his whole life. It's kind of crazy to think about even taller people. Okay. Oh, I'm sure. Those got to add at least 4 inches. I honestly don't know how much it adds. Um, oops. A little preemptive there. A little preemptive spritz. My bad. Okay, so we got some lube down on the bottom there, a little bit of olive oil. We're gonna start adding. We're gonna start with our onions. I'll take it to spell. I'll take it to spell. What? Oh, you want to take this to work? You want to take mine? Is that what you're saying? 1.5, 2 inches isn't too bad. Still, I don't know. Some kind of witchy something going on there. Ah, okay, got it. I see. I'm on the same level now. Toss in a bunch of salt. Lubed up my onions. Now I gotta season them up. It's gotta be scary balancing that much height on those little tiny blades. Like, that's gotta be extremely intimidating. I don't care who you are. One wrong move and you just whack. Turn it into steam again. Yeah, basically. I mean, a big old guy like that would be a great wall. So that makes sense. Makes a ton of sense. Okay, so I pulled out the ham. I pulled out the broth that it was cooking in. I'm gonna put this. I need more space. Put this off to the side. You know what? For now, no, that's dangerous. Not gonna do that, bro. Not having a good time inside. Something's wrong. There we go. Next, I'm taking all this onto the cutting board. I'm gonna cut up all this ham into chunks. Put it in there with the onions. Big old, big old drippy piece of meat. Kind of hot. Not gonna lie, kind of hot. So this part's gonna be off screen. Sorry. I'm just using my knife, getting most of that off there. I'm not even really cutting. I'm just kind of pushing the side of it till it falls off the bone. Hot, 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 hot. Bone hot. There we go. Another little tiny bone. Buzz off thing. Okay. Do I have a? I do have a spare thing. Here we go. Pulled all the bones and all the whatnot I don't want. Left with some good yummy bits of ham. Cut that into pieces. Toss it in there as the rest of it cooks. Now this I'm more confident that it's going to be good. Much more confident. Okay. End up with just little chunks of ham. There's some bigger pieces, smaller pieces, not really super important. Size, I should say. Size isn't that important. It's what you do with it. But no, for real, this is gonna break down as it's cooking. It's already fall aparty. It's already very loose. So it's just gonna get more loose doing that. I need more room. More power to her. I mean, really, not bad. What are you going to complain about there? Okay. So we got some brown on the onions. We got some fond on the bottom. I'm going to splash a little bit of liquid in there to get most of that dealt with. Loosen up that fond so it doesn't burn. Toss in the peppers. And the celery. And the carrots. I'm just heating these up and starting the process on them, like breaking down, getting soft. Get all the flavors working together. We'll add back in the liquid afterwards. A little bit more, break up that fond there because it's not doing enough. There we go. Let that sizzle for a bit. And we'll add in our, we got some seasonings over here. Add in our lentils, back in our stock. Probably bulk it up with a little bit more water. We'll be good to go. That's so sour. Like, I have a sour G Fuel lemonade thing, and then, man, that thing is sour in comparison to this. You know what? I put some ham in there. So it's going to be salty, but I'm going to put another pinch of salt. There we go. Now it's coming off the bottom. Really gotta scrape sometimes. Make sure it don't stick all the way. I want that flavor. This doesn't even really smell hot. Like, I added in 2 jalapenos and I'm not smelling any spicy or anything to it. Which is probably good. They won't like it if it's too spicy. I would love it. Want some more of it. So normally I'd let this sit for like 5 minutes. But because this pan's so persnickety, I guess we'll let it sit a little longer. Sounds good, Cat. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging. This will be done here in about 20 minutes anyway, so perfect timing. Oh my god. I should take a picture of that, actually, now that I think about it. Terrible utensil. Nah. See if we can get it in a jar and make it look cool. That'll work. Jar. I don't need one that big, but that's fine. Much cooler. Much cooler. Wow. Play with it. Okay. Starting to smell the ham, starting to smell the onion and the celery. And the peppers is coming through too. Okay, okay. Let's get some flavor in there. Okay. Like I said, these are only going to take like 15 or 20 minutes. Okay. We'll dump that stock back in. Drip, drip, drip. There we go. Let this come up to a boil, reduce it down to simmer. It'll cook those lentils out. Work that flavor in. Oh, get out as many of these bay leaves as I can. Oregano, not so much, but the bay leaves are much woodier. Hello? There's way more than two. I just saw another one. Where'd it go? Am I crazy? I don't have to get it out, but like, pretty nice. Not have to pick out a bay leaf. Oh well. Oh, there's one. Yeah. Okay. Like the colors on that too. Lots of greens, lots of fun colors. I'm only going to add in a little bit of corn. Like a third of the bag. Yeah, that's not too bad. There we go. All right. Oh, cool. It's starting to bubble already. Perfect. Let it bubble. Cover it up. Turn it down. And we'll be good to go. Need some more salt. And a bit more cumin. They're already starting to swell. What do I do with that lid? Ah, I hid it from myself. Why was that spicy? I guess I did say at one point it could be spicy. Or maybe that was just residual from something else that I was picking up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cover these. If I see them boiling more, I'll turn it down. That's basically it. Whap. So, there we go. The rest is just chill, wait for it to boil for 20 minutes, call it good. I'm trying to see the bubbling in the top-down camera up there. Why are you focusing on the camera or the lid? Whatever. I wonder if this recipe was a typo. 3 tablespoons of honey instead of 3 teaspoons of honey? Because that would make more sense as to why you would put 3 teaspoons instead of 1 tablespoon. Which I did do only about half of it then. Which would explain the sugar thing. Maybe. I don't know. People really like their bitter and their sour flavors. I've just never really been a huge fan of it. You know who would probably like the sour? It's definitely probably Ronan. Still weird. All right. Oh, I should have had some kind of timer or something going. Let's see here. Nope, wrong. Nope. We'll do that. Say about 10 minutes, we'll check on it. Who knows? Maybe we'll get there between now and then. Say it's bubbling pretty well. I'm going to crank it down just a little bit. Make sure it doesn't go too hard. If only this was thin enough that I could, like, actually... Look at that. That's crazy. It just holds its shape. I think if I wait probably that full 10 minutes, I'll be able to get the smallest drop out. Oh, well. I could heat it up using the, like, steam or the exhaust fan on this thing. I don't care enough. The lemony of it all is not too bad. Although I do have to say my lips burn. But I'm pretty sure that's because of the jalapeno on my hands that I have not done anything about. That's a problem. You can already see the lentils all swollen up. So that liquid cooks out. So much steam. You can see it right up in here, floating every so often. Not that that's odd. Has it gone up? What was the temperature when she asked earlier? I think it has, just from the everything being running and that kind of stuff. I think it's gone up like 5 degrees. Ah, yes. I'm basking in the aroma now. Oh, hey, look. Okay. Let that come back up. Buzz, buzz, buzz. We're going to have to do a deep clean of the garage area there. Right out in front of the driveway. I think the flies are back. Oh, it's bubbling. Okay. Just couldn't see it at first. It's definitely bubbling through. Almost done. And it's got like, I don't know, 8 minutes left. Somewhere around there. And then we'll call it good. We'll try it, season it, see what it looks like, but that'll probably be that. And I got a lot of dishes to do. Not nearly as much as it looks like, though. Aw, man. Go the other way. Bah. Now it's all steamy. So lame. I was hoping it would clear up. It's kind of clearing up. It's thinking about it. As the water runs down a little bit. Come on. Okay, there we go. I can still see the bubbles. Excuse me. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. I can smell. I'm smelling ham, smoky, like poblano-y, peppery kind of thing, and cumin. Which, shocker, the flavors in there. I'm smelling them. Burble, burble, burble. I don't even have a spoon. What am I doing? I need a spoon and a bowl and a ladle. Well, I guess I don't need a ladle. I do have a little scoop. I'll use this. Sure, it's got a little extra spices, but, never killed anyone that I know of. Probably. Last 2 minutes. I can't tell if my cell phone case is bowing for this camera because of the heat or because of the little pinchy grabby thing that I have to hold it, or just because it's old. I don't know. Huh. Sure, it's doing more harm than good. I mean, good than harm. Than? LG TV. Bro just has a TV hooked up to the back of his. It's wild. Oh, we are so close. It smells so good too. All right, we're in the last minute. Okay. Let me do that. Come back here. There we go. Still hot, just like last time. I don't know why I would think differently. that's creamy. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Hot, 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 hot. Okay, well, in the end, that's what we got. A little mushy, which is the point. Lentils break down. Definitely needs more salt. Otherwise, flavor's there. Ooh, smoky and spicy in the back. Let's go. Hello, hello. How's it going? Welcome in. Oh my goodness. Woo, that's good. Well, there it is. That's our what are we calling this? Southwestern red lentils and ham. Got smoked ham, red lentils, peppers, onions, all the fun stuff. I think this needs just a little bit more time. The lentils will break down even further here as it cools, but that's gonna be it. With some nope. Forgot I moved that up. With some rice, with some nice crusty bread. That'll be really good. Well, I know we just got you in here. Zion? But hello and welcome in. But that's the end of it. We spent about 2 hours. We made some nice lentil soup, and that's gonna be it for us. So thanks for stopping by. We're gonna go ahead and move on down. I'm gonna sign out here. Yeah, you guys got here just in time. But yeah, links are on screen. Links will be in chat as well, hopefully. If not, rightfulender.com. It's myname.com. Should be on the screen there. Bye. We'll catch you next time. We do this every Monday. Otherwise, we're doing gaming stuff and other fun stuff, so check us out. But yeah. Hey, Ray, it's kind of just at the end. All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for hanging.